Hey guys, this is Moriarty,
And the Crypto Spook.
and today we're playing a game called Plantera.
I am immediately disappointed that it is not heavy metal.
I don't understand.
There's a band called Plantera, which is what I read the title as, by the way. And
So you thought we were jumping into
well,
Plantera,
no, but
the
they
game.
could have at least, done some cross-branding and had some heavy metal as soon as you start the game.
This is Farmville, the game on PC, but it's not quite as big.
And it's not top-down.
And it's not top-down. I won't lie, I ended up playing this game for like 3 hours, dude.
So what you're saying is you actually liked the game.
I enjoyed it a lot. It wasn't immediately fun, because
I like that the
feels
the
like
carrots
Farmville.
start dancing as soon as they are, pooped out of the ground enough.
They sway in the wind, they don't dance.
They're dancing, and those are earthen buttholes, as you can clearly see. I'm a little disconcerted by this giant menu that pops up.
It is a little large. I feel like maybe this was an iPad game at some point? Or a phone game?
Yeah, that makes sense. Those poor birds. They're just trying to survive.
Yeah, by stealing my fruit, bro.
What about the chickens? Do they lay eggs?
They do.
Yeah, he just made a little fart noise. That was good. So, does it cost you like an exorbitant amount of money to expand the farm? Is that why everything is all planted in one spot?
It does cost a lot of money to expand. So, again, I played it for a while. I found that if you expand, you're going to have too much to do. Does that make sense? Like, it's too hard to actually keep everything up, and you start getting birds and bunnies and foxes and wolves and moles and bugs, and, things start coming for your shit, man. What I thought was interesting is you start getting enemies that are actually hunting after the items that you have. So, if you've got only chickens, then you're only going to get foxes. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Got, lots and lots of carrots and stuff, you're going to start getting rabbits all the time.
There's a lot going on here. This is kind of... it's definitely hard to tell what's going on, because now there's so much stuff.
This is just the beginning. So, at this point, I started going, oh man, this is actually pretty active.
Yeah.
And it's just the beginning, right? There are, 5 different kinds of trees, and, 6 different little animals, and bushes, and there's all sorts of stuff, and it starts getting really complicated to maintain everything. This is why I say you really want to keep your farm small until you get to the point where you're able to, have your guys not doing anything, right?
I think I see what you're saying.
You can expand your farm out again and again and again and get more people every time you expand out your farm. And if you do that, you'll start having enough people that you never ever have a backlog. And once you are at the point where you're not having a backlog, that's when I started expanding how much stuff I had, so that my people were always busy, but they were never overworked. Once you have the scarecrows, they scare off the birds on their own. Once you get the dogs, they're scaring off the foxes and the wolves on their own. Once you get the money thing, you're making so much money that you can buy whatever you want. There doesn't seem to be a lot of end game, which is probably the most disappointing thing. After about an hour and a half, you're basically at the point where you've beaten everything, and I don't know that there's anything more beyond that. I don't know where else you can take it. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there's more expansions that were put out for the iPhone version of the game. But you have so far not lost a single thing to a robber, if you will. The birds and the moles and all that stuff.
I tell you, the ones that suck are the little rabbits, okay? Those little bunnies
Because they look
come in
like
there.
chickens.
You can't see them. They're very small. They actually kind of look like turnips. They will sit there in the middle of your base and just keep eating things.
Oh, that's terrible.
They don't take one. They just sit there and go gulp, 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 gulp. And that's not good at all. That sucks so very much. So you need the dogs. Especially as you start getting really, really packed in like this, and you need those dogs. One complaint, the only complaint I found that I had is I can't click the stuff on the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, like the carrots and the turnips and stuff.
Because there's so many people.
there's so much stuff in the way that you can't actually click on them anymore. So I kind of wish that that you could just click on the ground and it would pull them out. Your guys are super, super lazy at times and will not pull stuff out of the ground. So what do you think, Crypto?
I think it actually does look kind of interesting. I would probably give it a play.
After the first part, right? Like, not at the beginning. The beginning looks kind of boring. But once it gets a little bit more and it starts, building some character and being a more difficult game, it actually is, it's fun.
It looks fun. I mean, for a tower defense game based on indentured servitude and cute puppies, I can see that it could be fun.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. That's Plantera. Not Pantera, but Plantera.
Until the next one.